Charlottesville, everything I've gone through. What did it mean to you to play for UVA in Charlottesville tonight?
Yeah, it meant a lot. You know, we just talked about it after in the locker room. We talked about trying to play as free as we can because of the perspective that we've seen, and we know the pain and the grief that so many are going through in the football program, those young men and the coaching staff, and then on another level, the families. You know, we're kind of the ripple effect. A lot of our guys were close to those young men, but even the sadness that we feel. And so we just talked about, you know, after you played hard, you played free, whether you had won or lost, it was okay.
It's on already.
But, you know, you honored the right things. And situations like that they really do put things in perspective. And, you know, I said it before, I did an interview with Fran, and I just said I want that coaching staff and those players to know how much we love them and are with them. And one thing I know about Devin and Sean and Lavelle, those were men who had a hope in things other than this world. They were strong men of faith. And I believe they're rejoicing right now. And the pain is for the families that are left behind and all those that they touched. But it's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not. And when it comes to your community, it's sad. And then, you know, this is going on all over. But this isn't all there is. This isn't the end. I believe that with all my heart. And so something horrible, we just pray somehow, some way. Some things can come of it that are positive and good. And I know there's a lot of crushed spirits and broken-hearted people, and we're praying for those people. But again, to have that performance, it's just a game. But if it brought some momentary joy to any of those guys, thank goodness for that.
Chief. Tony, how difficult has it been to focus just on basketball, given what's been? How difficult has it been to focus on basketball, given all that's transpired in Charlottesville? And how do you think the players managed it and were able to kind of lock it in, especially in that second half?
They did a great job. You know, again, as I said, this is, you know, we're a basketball team. We're kind of the ripple effect. When I look at those players, the football team, and those coaches and that family, I mean, that's right there, and the intensity of that and how we feel it and our community feels it. And just being together, I thought Coach Elliott and Carla Williams, our AD, did an unbelievable job in the press conference. But it's just not right. It's just not right, and I don't know what else to say. But we walk with it together, and you know, you tell your guys, you hug them more. You tell your kids that you love them, and but not in a great place in this society.
Tony, basketball-wise, this game was tight in the first half. That run to start the second half, 30-5, took a lot more threes in that stretch. What was clicking so well for you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, we needed that. The way they could score in bunches at the end, we didn't do a great job, but guys just got hot. We saw some things that we thought a little adjustment here that might free us up for some rhythms. We only took 2 threes in the first half, and that was okay. But, you know, they switch everything, and they're so athletic, and they pressure. And then we loosened them up. We had a couple different attacks, got some easy looks, but boy, we needed a few of those outside shots to go down, and then they really started going down, what Armand was doing. And then, you know, it was Reese, Kihei, Ben, Ryan. It just started an avalanche that way. And so that, you know, it gave us, distanced us a little bit, and we certainly needed the way they came back. We couldn't stop them at the end, which was the disappointing part. But, you know, their talent is real, and their playmaking ability with those ball handlers, where they can hit threes and attack the paint is real.
Is this three-point shooting going to be the case all season, or is this a
absolutely? No, you got to face operation. You know, the first 2 games, we shot the ball better. We do. I think this year's team compared to last year's team, certainly there's more depth, and we've shot the ball better. Does that always guarantee you're going to make them? But no. But there's guys that certainly can shoot it, and but you can't live and die by that. You got to be as rock solid on the glass, in transition, certainly defensively, and all those things. And I thought we had enough things. That's a hard system to play against. It really is. Teams that switch off ball, on ball, and they have quickness. And our guys prepared well, even in the midst of what's going on. And in some ways, you know, we just coming here and all that. I know we still want to be there and all that's going on, but we're here, and we said let's just go after this and try to do it the right way in that respect. But what were we from 3? 9 to 14. I'll take that every time. So.
Tony, what about the composure of the guys going 18 of 21 from the line over the final 7 minutes and kind of keeping them at arm's length when they were trying to make that comeback?
We had to. I thought the composure was good, but I think it can be better in terms of, we sometimes rush getting the ball in on the press attack and just a couple careless mistakes. But we'll learn and we'll grow from that. And, both those teams have some experience out there, and it should show in those settings, and I think it did. But, yeah, you got to step to the line and make free throws. There's no question. So it was good to see, for the most part, guys did it, and different guys stepped up in this game.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to know what sort of bond you have, if any, with Coach Drew in terms of you both built up your programs, you both won national championships, you're both sons of famous coaches. Are you guys acquaintances or good friends or something in between?
Yeah, no, I've known the Drew family. My father was the head coach at Green Bay, and Coach Homer Drew was the head coach at Valpo, and I think I even helped him get his son Bryce to play for him, because Bryce, when I ended up playing for my father, I remember Homer said to my dad and me, would you talk to Bryce, because he had some big-time opportunities, and just tell him it's good to play for your dad. So I had to lie and say it was good. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't love playing for my dad. But I known the family and known Scott for many years, and they're just, such a quality family, and I really care for that family because they're about the right stuff, a family of character, of faith, and, I think my dad, I talked to him today, and he said, who would have thought, 40 years ago, we're coaching against each other, and now, 40 years later, our sons are coaching against each other. He said, we're really going to enjoy this. And my dad said, well, he said, I know 3 of the 4 people will enjoy it. You will, Tony will, Scott will. He said, but I'll be miserable. So that's my dad in a nutshell. So.
Tony, in addition to some great stretches of team defense, Armon and Caden were very disruptive defensively. What are those kind of plays, the steals, the takeaways? What does that bring to you guys?
Yeah. I thought Caden and Armon were terrific. Not to leave anybody out, but I thought they really made a difference both ends of the floor. And they've been working hard, and that's good to see. And as I said, I think we have more depth this year, so hopefully you'll see different guys at different times. But good experience for our first years to get in. But Caden and Armand, I really liked what I saw, and that's great. Now we get to rest for a little bit, and then get ready for this is a high-level tournament. This is with obviously Illinois and UCLA. So it was great to hear. It seemed like there's a lot of UVA people, so they must like to gamble. So.
Yeah. Tony, what's the plan for tomorrow in terms of getting the team together to view the memorial service at JPJ?
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it yet. I know we'll have a practice and get together, but certainly we'll honor and do the right thing that way, and we'll see. But I don't even know the times and the schedules and stuff, but certainly we'll try to be respectful of all that. And I think is it on? It's online. 12:30. Is it online? I'm sure.
3:30 there. Okay. Any other questions for Coach Bennett? Okay, thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Katie Shedrick, Armand.